And that was the day I learned that 90-degree turns really can't be taken at 140 miles an hour.
And naturally. They can't even be taken at like 120 miles per hour, let alone like 50.
Some might say not even 90, but I think they're lying.
I personally haven't. But yes, hello and welcome back to some more amazing podcastery.
But today is a little special.
Yes, very special.
Very special indeed.
That's
yes.
right. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of our podcast, and everybody decided to show up.
Yeah. Everyone.
Every single person.
All of our friends showed up. And you know what? That's good. That makes me happy.
Yep, every single one of my friends showed up. Except half of them. But anyways...
And I'm one of those friends myself.
Anyways...
No way.
I just wanted to get us started with, like, what has been your favorite moments of the podcast so far?
All milk.
I was going to say, I have two favorite moments. One is definitely me falling over in the chair. And the other one is all milk. 100% all milk.
Oh my gosh.
Skim all milk? Is skim all milk good as well?
There's no skim all milk, it's just all milk.
How do you even like skim all milk?
Skim all milk would imply that it's excluding everything that's not skim, which means it's not all milk.
Wouldn't skim all milk mean it's just the all skim? Would it be like all skim milk?
Yeah.
But then it would have to be... I suppose.
It'd be like all skim milk.
Yeah, it's all skim.
All skim.
Just like if you had an all milk variant, which is just all the 2% versions, that would be all 2%.
Oh.
Yeah, we can have all milk original, all milk skim, and all milk whole. And...
all milk whole. Oh, yes.
But the true all milk experience is, of course, all milk original.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember everybody's like thought to that because I'm trying to remember who's in the call, and I think Austin was like, "What in the world is all milk?"
Austin was very confused, if I remember.
And his confusion turned into disgust
very quickly.
Yeah. Austin's he's just overall not on board with the all milk idea that we've
the all milk train.
He's not an all milk believer. It's terribly sad.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Banana saw her face!
And it was all milk.
And that's not what...
the milk.
All the milk.
And I'm in love.
I'm a believer. It actually, works perfectly. He's a believer in all milk.
In the all milk.
But Austin is not allowed to participate in this song. He doesn't get any other royalties. Because he's not a believer. He never believed.
He was an all milk denier, and it's just like, he missed that.
He was an anti-aller.
An anti-all milk.
I
think the issue was... I think I ruined the all milk for him because he was talking about like the strawberry milk or something was weird, and I said it's because it's all the leftover milk that was poured into it, or something like that. But yeah, that's the all milk train. Do we have like what happened with you falling out of the chair? I don't quite remember you falling out of a chair.
It was, I think it was somewhat earlier on. But
it had to be.
It was it even in the podcast? I think it was in the podcast.
Maybe
but we were all on a call, and
actually,
it either happens during the podcast or we talked about it in the podcast.
No, I think it had. I think I remember now. I think it happened closer to the end of one of the podcasts. I don't.
Yeah. Then we showed the video.
I was leaning in this chair, holding myself. I had my feet like underneath a metal bar to keep myself from falling all the way backwards. And I said to her, I was like, haha, guys, I'm like, let's see how far back I can lean without falling over. And I was holding myself on with like my pinky toe. And then I was like, wow, I'm leaning so far back. And then I my toe slipped and I just completely fell backwards with my headphones on. Ripped the cable, ripped out of my head. It's supposed to, but it ripped out of my headphones. So my audio just cuts out as I'm yelling, falling backwards from my chair. And I just sat there laughing for a bit and then got up.
I feel like I would remember that though. Oh my gosh.
I know you were there for it because you sent me the recording of it.
Riley was here for all of them. He's recorded every single podcast.
I've been here for all of them. But yeah, I think I do remember showing you like when Jack fell out of the chair, or the audio version of that in our new Super Mario.
I've seen that as well, yeah.
Yeah, that was big funny. Because Jack was the joke.
Because he was the joke. Oh boy.
Yeah. We all pointed and laughed at him, not with him. Well, we were doing that too because he was also laughing at himself. But no, it's Jack.
Oh,
he's stupid.
Well, he was like being like mega trolls in the game, so I think it's just karma. Just karma.
That was before he started trolling. It's like fate knew what kind of tomfoolery he'd be up to. So it's like, none of that now.
What is this? Not on my watch.
Oh,
you want to ruin the experience, see? Well, I'm gonna fix that with chair falling.
The magic ability of chair falling.
Take that, Jack. You like that, see?
I'm back in a few minutes, Sonny.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. I just want to talk. Come on, man. I just want to talk, see?
So did you have any other one, Cameron? Because you both had the all milk. Do you have another one on your mind?
Fruit Drivers.
Fruit Drivers was great.
Yeah, it's a shame Max wasn't there for that.
I was not there for Fruit Drivers.
Oh my goodness. I learned so much about how to drive a fruit.
Drive a fruit? No way.
Riley, well,
or the history of driving fruit.
Yeah, you'd have to watch the podcast because I'm too lazy to explain it right now.
See.
But
which one was that? I don't have that one uploaded yet.
Riley,
I'm behind.
Oh, so I couldn't even attempt to get caught up. That's
I think it's number 17, and I've uploaded 14. Don't worry, I'm going to try and get them all out this month. So that's my goal.
Okay,
this month. That's a goal there.
It's a solid goal.
That's a goal, though.
Oh man,
is it gonna happen?
We'll see.
A goal.
We'll see. But anyways, I wanted to kind of just say some of the titles of the podcast and then see if it just sparks any random moment from the podcast as well. Starting back with the first one, I called Lassoing Satellites, Vampires, and Random Bugs.
Is that the one where we discussed the... is that where Jack got really confused and we told him that there was like a cable going to like the planets, like an HDMI cable? Or am I thinking of the wrong one?
Yes, it's the HDMI cable to Mars.
Yeah.
I knew it had something to do with Mars.
Jack started talking about you just have to go find a lassoer to just bring it over.
Yeah. Jack was saying stupid stuff. That's right.
Yeah, and I could not figure out where I would get a lasso, and he just said, "Well, go outside. You live in the Midwest. You crazy." I still don't know anybody who can lasso. Actually, that's a lie. I know some Texans. Yes.
I don't.
I've got some family.
Why don't you know how to lasso? That's my question.
Well, now the
I'm not in Texas.
Do you even Texas, bro? I think not.
You're telling...
I don't raise cattle.
After we had a whole ass conversation about lassoing planets, you didn't go learn how to lasso.
No, I did not, sadly. That is...
I can see who's really dedicated here, huh?
Did you learn how to lasso?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, me
That
too.
pause was not me trying to formulate a possible lie and not coming up with one in time.
I actually also learned how to lasso. I just forgot everything I learned.
That makes sense.
You see, lassoing isn't exactly one of those muscle memory things like riding a bike or walking. It's a skill. It's a skill you perfect with dexterity and intellect and just everything which stands for everything I stand against. So, yeah, I forgot it all.
Gotcha.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
Which animal did you lasso?
I lassoed a squirrel.
A squirrel? Jace!
Yeah.
Was it a dead squirrel?
No. Nope, it wasn't a live squirrel, and I lassoed it.
That squirrel must have been very patient.
What did the squirrel do to you to deserve to be lassoed?
They looked at me funny.
That's fair enough.
Valid.
Yeah.
Anyways, the second podcast I named So Whetstones.
Ah, whetstones.
I remember we talked about whetstones for like 5 minutes and then derailed from there.
It derailed quite quickly, and we had to keep going back to So Whetstones because it just kept going out of control.
Yeah.
So it was our It was our safe phrase.
It was our safe word.
Yes. The number 3 we have Denmark has a capital.
What? That can't be true.
Was that really number 3? Dang. I remember that being like the last one we did. Shit.
Oh man.
It seems vaguely familiar, but I don't remember much about it.
I think you were the one who kept egging that on, Max.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Austin. I don't know what happened, but I just started burst out laughing.
Yeah. Gavin laughed so hard he had a stroke, and he was gone for the rest of the podcast.
Oh, bye. Oh.
We laughed him out of existence.
The death.
It's great. And
it's like he laughed so hard he imploded on himself and made a black hole. We had to take care of that. But yeah. Anyways, what were you about to say, Riley?
I was going to say those 3 were the original format that I was going to try going with, where it had individual audio indicators through Discord, but that was too much of a hassle, so I went from that to just standard PNGs of our faces, which I think still work because I use them now. So yeah, pretty much after the third podcast upload, the format has been solidified pretty much. There's some minor changes for people not here where I just moved their heads to the side because I was just
what podcast is this number wise?
What? The third podcast was the last one in the...
No, the current, what we're doing right now.
Oh, yeah. This one's number 19.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Yes.
The big 19!
Yeah!
Let's go, football!
Yeah, so next week will be the 20th podcast, which will do something even more spectacular.
Even more spectacular than the 1-year anniversary?
I know. It's crazy.
Dude, we're having back-to-back specials.
Would you even consider this a special? We're just looking back at the
remember
past.
when we were idiots?
Yes, that's pretty much... Every time I go back and listen to a podcast, I'm like, what the heck were we talking about? What is this? But it's great, because then I figure out just random, minute details that I missed from actually listening the first time.
Yeah, that's just me with listening to anything I ever say, though. I'm just like, oh wow, why though?
Oh my gosh! And some of these other names, I'm still trying to think what the heck we did. My goodness gracious. Moving on, number 4 podcast name is Random Childhood Stories. I think that was Cameron and I just telling high school stories. I don't know who else was there. Max, you might have been there.
I'm not going to be able to remember unless it's very specific or memorable which ones I was at. I know I was at most of them, I think.
Yep, and the rest I should be able to tell because, like I said, I started putting the thumbnail has who's there with like their pictures is straightforward instead of like on their side. But the fifth one's name is Pizza, All Milk, and Back to Pizza.
Oh, that was the emergence of All Milk.
Ever since podcast 5. Yeah. It's been going strong for what, almost 15?
That's 15? Pretty good. And it was every other week. So
oh, you want the actual date?
Times.
Let's see, I have to
210. Is it 210 days of All Milk? Am I doing that right?
210. It's you got to remember
we missed a few. 210 days of All Milk.
oh no, not All Milk. Just for
I said All Milk, but whatever.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. All Milk. I'll look at the date because I started putting when we recorded them in the date because I got behind. But let's see. It was recorded on November 22nd, 2020. So
yeah.
a few months.
Yeah, All Milk has been kicking it strong.
Yeah.
Still going strong.
We'll have to have another anniversary for the All Milk Day.
All Milk Day.
National All Milk Day.
I'll have to I have a mini fridge now, and the dining halls are going to be opening up soon, so I can attempt to make my own all milk. Because I think, what are my options? The dining hall has chocolate milk, skim milk, 2% milk, almond milk, chocolate almond milk, and vanilla almond milk. Okay. And then I can get whole milk.
Well, that's a start.
That's certainly I can get a good prototype base down from that. I will definitely have to get a cup of all milk ready for that podcast. And I can give my live reaction to it.
I'm just imagining you setting up a lemonade stand for all milk, and then
they just see me mixing things, the jugs together.
They're like,
"Oh,
just
making another batch here."
It's all milk, guys. We accept all your types of milk. As free samples, and then,
we don't discriminate against any milk.
Yes, we take any of your milk and we put it in this batch, and it's 25 cents for a glass.
There's just random people dumping what we just assume on good faith is milk into the giant vat.
Yeah, you don't trust people?
Who wouldn't put milk in the vat for all milk?
Well, like what?
Yeah, it's called really all milk for. It's called all milk for a reason.
Well, you think they're going to put glue in it, the all milk? Goodness gracious.
I mean, they're both white. So, like, I might mistake Elmer's glue, like, what happened, like, my bad.
You never know. You never know.
Sometimes, you get in a glass of milk and, just that king-size Elmer's glue bottle, and you're just like, oh, whoops, yeah, whatever. And you're drinking glue.
And yeah, drinking glue in it. Well, you gotta keep it together somehow, right?
Yeah.
So it might actually enhance the flavor.
I'm out of glue.
Oh man. Okay, moving on to the number 6 podcast. The name was Underwater Wax Economy.
I remember nothing about that.
I also remember nothing.
I think it was like something about candles being underwater, and you needed the wax for like the money or something. I have no clue.
I now have a vague memory, but
it was something that Austin and Gavin, I think. No, Gavin wasn't there. Austin and Jack, I think, were trying to hard sell.
That might have been one of the ones where I just kind of zoned out.
That's fair. Okay, number 7, we got Space, the Science, and the Not-So-Science of It. I think that was when we were going to talk about Mars or something, and actually I have no clue. Maybe Mars.
Mars landing. After the HDMI cable episode?
Yeah, because there was like the new Mars landing. Or rover.
Oh, I think I remember that one. If I remember correctly, it very quickly got detracted from anything involving space.
Yeah, probably. you know, I don't think any of our like original starting topics really stays throughout the whole thing unless like somebody brings it back up.
I mean, fruit drivers lasted quite a while.
That is true. Because that was just a great topic.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay, number 8 was Travis and his unlikely stories.
Good old Travis.
What a travesty. Oh, man.
No, honestly, I completely forgot I brought him into a podcast.
Is that going to be like a lore thing on your ship? Is the Travis tales?
Travis just being a douchebag? Probably.
Yeah. I didn't think a lot of people were there, but it just says Jack was gone. Huh.
I think everyone was there for at least a little bit.
Oh, maybe. Maybe you guys had to hop off. And then...
Yeah. I do remember nobody liking Travis.
No, I did not like Travis at all. And I think Austin didn't like Travis.
Out of my mind.
Travis, I think, was a mistake. But, we all live with not talking about episode 8 ever again. Anyways.
I'm Travis.
Oh no, I've gone deaf. Oh,
he's got. Episode 9. I named "You Drank My Juice."
That's where I told the amazing juice drinking story.
You drank my juice.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh!
And I'll do it again.
Another great childhood memory.
One which I remember that you didn't.
Well, that's not surprising. I will always remember it now just for the "You drank my juice." And episode 10 was named Animation and Drawing Projects.
Mm.
Yeah, this is where I talked about Boxman Steve, and Max talked about his post-apocalyptic robot friends.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Those still going well?
It's still not done yet, but it's getting there.
It's getting there. Good.
Boxman Steve is still very much a concept, but yeah.
Like, any progress at all is good progress.
The model is done. I just have to now... The problem is I know that it's going to be so painful to rig it, and so I haven't started yet, because it's going to take, like, a week, and I don't even know how to do it. So, gotcha. Yeah, I just have to start.
Once you start, you'll figure it out, and everything will just work. I might have a YouTube link that I could send you. I don't know if it's what you're doing, but it was something to do with, like, animation and Blender.
Yeah, I have lots of things, like, saved. I very sparingly use my liked playlist on YouTube, and so I use that to save things that I need for later.
You could just
so
make
there's
a new
lot
playlist.
Of Blender tutorials.
Yeah, you could just make a new playlist.
That's way too much work.
It's very
I need
simple.
to be able to just hit one button.
You hit create new, and then you just put them in that or that list, that playlist.
I'm not sure if you heard what I just mentioned, but that's way too much work.
It's
way too much work, Riley. Way too much work.
My goodness, my mom was asking me, like, how do you save videos to your watch later? I'm like, you hit the save for later button, and then you click the box and hit
save. Good old save for later button.
It's like, oh, okay. I'll probably ask you again because I'm gonna forget. I'm like, what?
Why'd you ask me in the first place? Come on!
Come on!
Gonna be a
I want to talk to you, man. Come on!
What's with you and the what's it called? The
mobster weird Brooklyn stuff. I don't know.
What's this guy's deal?
Come on, see?
Yeah, see? You gotta be me, see?
You gotta be a little aggressive, see?
Yeah. Anyways, number 11 was that was a very tough one. Pancakes or waffles? Then some random stuff.
That was a bloodbath.
I think everybody was for pancakes, and then Max is over here with waffles.
They're good.
They are good. I actually do prefer waffles over
Oh, you
pancakes.
prefer the waffles? I prefer pancakes. I think Austin was
waffles don't sog as easily as pancakes. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what makes
I
the
make
pancakes
way more because they don't make, just that water waffle mix. And I'm not about to go through the extra effort to make a waffle. Nor do I own a waffle iron.
Yeah, couldn't you
That's
just
also
use the pancake mix and just put it in the waffle
You
iron?
actually can't. You have to use... Well, you could, but it doesn't turn out very good because the reason waffles are better is because they have... I think it's an egg and a little bit of oil, and that's what makes them harder to get soggy because they're slightly crispier from the egg.
Gotcha.
I just don't have a waffle maker, though.
Just add an egg to your pancake
don't
mix.
Have a waffle iron.
I should try that, actually.
And then just throw it in the grill, and then just make your own. Use like a cheese grater for the holes or something. You just press down
Here,
on
I
it.
have pancake-shaped waffles. Isn't that a pancake? No, it is a pancake-shaped waffle. It is far superior.
Far superior
Oh,
than your plebeian
right, I see
pancake.
now.
I'll sell a simple,
Get some
griddle,
almond milk to
and
wash with
I'll
it.
market it as a waffle and pancake griddle. And if anyone ever questions, I'll say, well, no, it makes pancake-shaped waffles.
Yeah, you put that on the box. Makes pancake-shaped waffles.
Yeah.
That'll sell. It'll sell like pancakes.
That won't sell. That'll dominate. I'll own the griddle market.
Oh man. Okay, number 12 was the disappointing nickels scenario.
What?
Every time you disappoint somebody, you gained a nickel.
Oh, yeah. That applied to you.
I'd be rich.
It was me, and I think we also applied it to Jack.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Then number 13 was animation goals and backstory of usernames. It's pretty
Animation
great.
goals. Still haven't finished it. Animation goals 6 months later. Still haven't finished it.
Still in progress.
Animation goals could also probably apply to me as well, maybe.
I believe so, because you were talking about doing some stuff.
Or at least wanting to.
And then we got to hear some backstories. We're still missing Jackson Gavin's, and I don't think they've been on too recently. Maybe once in the last 5.
They'll be on eventually.
Maybe they don't like us anymore.
Nah,
that can't be it. We're too.
Everyone
we're
loves
too
us.
cool for that.
Yeah, we're too great.
Yeah, we're cool.
And the last one that I got up today, I called Super Bagman.
Oh, Super Bagman.
Because we talked about the origin story of Super Bagman. And it was just great. But that's all the ones that are currently uploaded as of recording this podcast. We do have 4 more in the queue that I'm trying to get up this month.
Did those have titles yet?
Nope.
Or are we not going to spoil those?
Nope, I do not have title. What? They would be spoiling because they'll be out before the other ones.
Oh!
But no, I name them after listening to them. Yeah. So I don't have names for them yet. I can tell you though the 15th one was recorded in May 22nd for 2021. So that's how far back I am. I got lazy.
I got content. I got happy. I fell behind. Now my past has come to haunt me.
But yeah, I've actually enjoyed a lot of our podcast talks and find them quite enjoyable, and you never know what to expect.
I think I say it when I talk to my brother and stuff. I probably would have gone insane were it not for the podcasts and D&D, because I basically was locked in my room and never went anywhere. It would have just it sucked.
That's true.
So I was just like, oh wow, human interaction. Oh boy.
Human interaction.
Oh boy.
Did you not have multiple people dorms?
No, I was a CA, and so I was in a single room.
Well, I guess that has its own perks. But
It does, but yeah, it was a little bit boring. And by boring, I mean, I didn't see people for
Didn't
like
you make that
3
motorized
days
chair?
at a time. No. However, I've learned a lot about 3D printing and strengths and motors and stuff since then. So it's still on the table, baby.
The newer motorized chair.
Motorized chair 2.0.
Can it take?
I still have the
take
files
on
for the
stairs?
first design, but what?
Can it take on stairs?
I'm afraid it can't take on stairs.
It takes the elevator.
It does. See, the thing is, what part of me would feel really using it like outside, but at the same time, this campus has like there's ramps everywhere and there's elevators and stuff, so I could technically get everywhere on campus that would need to be with the motorized chair.
But would people start questioning you? That's the
Well,
issue.
let's just say I'd feel a little awkward, like sitting in a dorm chair driving down the bridge with a backpack on, and then like get to my destination and just like get up and go sit down at a desk. People would be like,
You'd have to lock your
what are you doing there, buddy? What?
You'd have to lock your chair. Oh my gosh.
Bike walking through the handle of the chair.
Oh my gosh. It's always on the table, I guess.
Always. Every
Maybe
single
in the
time.
summertime.
I like to imagine that. Oh. Is the motorized chair going down a bridge?
I still think I should do it before I graduate.
A senior prank.
Mm-hmm. It would make for a good Halloween edition.
Halloween.
I don't know what costume I could possibly incorporate it into, but it would be pretty funny nonetheless.
Yeah.
And 90% of my decisions are based on how funny it is.
I know what costume it can be incorporated into. Super Bag Man.
Super Bag Man.
Super Bag Man is old and retired in a motorized chair. That's still fat crime, though, just like in my younger days.
I'm still in my prime.
I've aged 37 years since last Halloween.
37 years? Man.
Well, I mean, yeah,
That's
like
pretty quick.
How long do your paper bags survive for?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, you don't know because you throw them away. Paper bag killer.
Yeah.
I don't really use paper bags.
Okay, I see how it is.
He's prejudiced.
I don't use paper bags.
He's paper bag prejudice.
They're all papery.
I use grade A plastic bags from the store and backpacks. And boxes. I use a lot of boxes.
I still have a box that, because every now and again, when I go home and then come back out, my parents would take me to Aldi, and then I'd get like, random groceries that they'd send back with me. And they did that freshman year. And we went to Aldi's, and we put it in like this box, and I still have the box from Aldi's from freshman year, and now I use it to move my computer around.
Genius.
So it's the oldest cardboard box that I own.
I probably need to get a new box for my computer because I've had to tape the outside and the inside of the box to make sure it doesn't break. I'm like, maybe I should just get a new box. But this box has been with me for 2 years.
But I'm getting emotionally attached to the box. And like, it's not gross, it's just a box.
It's just a box.
It's a good box.
If I ever spill something on it, I'll get rid of it, but it won't break. And I don't try and be gentle with it either.
I throw it down the stairs.
Yeah. I transport my clean laundry in it. So. And then when I move, I put my computer in it and then start using it for laundry again.
That's probably why it's in great. We actually just get a hamper. Why do you need to use a box?
You severely underestimate how lazy I am and how willing I am to simply take something that I have and just be like, hey, it's good enough. Like, I was like, I could go buy like a laundry bag or something, but I also have this cardboard Aldi's box from 3 years ago. I can use that.
Yeah, it just reminds me of like, I look at stuff at the store, I'm like, it's like $5, and I don't think I should get it. And then I passed the gaming section. I'm like, $60. I'm getting this game.
Bruh, $40. That's steal.
Oh my gosh! I just find it funny. Just my
$100.
set.
Hell
Who
yeah!
wants toilet paper? Me. Who wants to pay for toilet paper? Oh.
Yeah, and it's not that expensive.
I would
but
buy
like,
toilet
oh my
paper,
gosh.
but I kind of bought an HTC Vibe like
PC
yesterday.
5,
So
PS5,
I'm kind of
PC.
low. I'm kind of low on money.
PS5's a bad example. No one can get a PS5 right now. That's too unrealistic.
That's true.
Let's stay in reality here, bud.
You can buy the boxes on
That's a
eBay.
good point. Hi, I'd like to buy one PS5 box just to remind myself at how desperate I am.
Yeah, I think they sold for like $500.
Bruh.
Oh,
Money well spent to whoever gets one of those.
I don't think so.
I do.
Chip shortage is getting so bad. Like, it's affecting car manufacturing now.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
We'll figure something out for it. Not me personally, but the world will.
Oh no, I won't do anything to help at all.
Well, the world will definitely get the
Well,
shortages.
it's not my fault that people can't
together.
produce computer chips. But I want a 3070 so bad. And I can't, I'm not going to pay, absurd amounts. So I'm just going to, like I tell you, like, I'm obviously just going to wait until they're in store. But that's probably going to be years from now.
Yeah, maybe 5.
What?
Maybe 5 years from now, you'll be able to get it in store.
And then by the time I can get one of those and they're finally in stock, then the next generation will be out. And then that generation will be too far behind to even be bothered with. And so I'll just be like, oh, and I'll still have my fucking 1050.
You'll still have the very bad one instead of getting the good one that's for today.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna upgrade to to not great. Oh, actually, I might anyways.
Upgrade to what you can get.
Yeah, I really want one though, because the new Blender rendering system is gonna utilize some of the special cores that the 30 series has, and so you can render like 10 times faster. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
So I really want a 30 series card, but I'm not gonna pay $1,500 for one.
Yeah, it's a bit much. I don't know the average price for them though.
Yeah, I think it's like 6 or. It's been a while since I've looked because I know that it's hopeless at the moment, but it's like $600, $700 or something like that for I think a 3070.
I'm thinking, in the yearbooks, people write down like the gas prices for their year. They just start writing the the graphics card price.
Graphics cards.
How much does it
Graphics
cost
cards
this year?
became really expensive like the year after I built my computer, and they basically haven't gone down since because Bitcoin mining became a thing, and ever since.
It's just a sign. You're not supposed to build your own computer, Max. You've doomed the world. You just have to unbuild the computer, and everything will be fixed.
Yeah, even RAM I think got more expensive. I think it's better now, but
I think it's better now because I recently I got some RAM like probably 10 months ago. It still didn't help my computer, but I got more RAM.
The biggest thing that helped my computer in terms of just general use is I got an SSD for it because I still had an HDD, and my God,
that
it's
would do it.
one of the best upgrades I ever did.
That would do it.
Feels.
See, I think my issue is just the CPU in general, because I still think it's overheating, but the one person I got to check it was like, nope, it seems fine. I'm like, no, it doesn't seem fine.
Do you have an SSD?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'd highly recommend.
The speed will be
one.
increased, but I don't think that's going to fix the current issue with the computer, because if I have like too much stuff going on at once, it'll just crash. That's the issue.
Probably not a memory.
Yeah. I thought it was because I was overloading the RAM, so I got more RAM, because, I only had like 8 gigabytes or something. Now I have 32. But
that's more than I have. Jeez.
I think it's 32. Maybe it's 24. I'd have to double check, but
I think it would be 32. Yeah.
yeah, I could be
I don't
lying.
even. 24 is a weird number.
That's true. It might be
24
16.
is
It might be
pretty
32.
straight.
It might be 24. You know, it's either 16 or 32.
I think it goes like
one of those
4,
two.
8, 16, 32, 64,
Yeah, but I think you
128.
get into 24. You know, I can just look right on my computer. There's probably how do I get to it? System information.
Task
Perfect.
or task manager.
I have 16 gigabytes. Sorry, I doubled what
Nice.
I thought I had. But yeah, so I think I was at 8.
Liar, you know.
I was at 8, and then I upgraded to 16. And
Nice.
yeah, it didn't fix my issue because I'm pretty sure my computer just overheats. So now I put it instead of best performance, I put it in like the midway between power saving and best, and it seems to be going fine.
Is your power supply shitty? Because I know if you try to do too much in your computer and it tries to pull too much power, if your power supply is crappy, then it just
Maybe.
like.
I still think I should probably just ask Jack's dad who was messing with the computer at the start, because I think he said something about the power supply, but you know, I cannot remember for the life of me what he was saying about it, because I thought he said there was like 2, but I still only see 1.
Huh. Because, I mean, yeah, if your processor was crappy, then your computer would just be slow. It wouldn't just die.
Oh, it's great. You know, I just try loading up a game while listening to a YouTube video, and then everything just turns off, and then the frowny face is like, I'm sad. And
Wow, I died.
I died.
You're a sad boy.
But yep, I fixed, I think, the symptom of the problem, so it doesn't crash as often. I think I've only had 1 crash in the last 2 months, so that's a big plus. Instead of like 4 crashes a month. Okay, 2 crashes in the last 2 months. But that's my
Better.
that's I think I've talked about my computer woes in the past.
Yeah.
I'll just have to get a new one
Shock me if it was a power
eventually.
supply.
Another 5 years with this computer, then maybe I'll get a new one. Because everyone remembers
Someday.
my older one. That
Yeah.
beast.
The ungodly clear blue plastic one.
The square plastic one. And then the monitor was like a dinosaur that could like knock somebody out. My dad
I
threw that
remember
away.
seeing your computer, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I didn't understand how a person could like survive using such a machine.
It ran on, what was it? What was the first one? I think it had Windows 98 that we upgraded to Vista. And then I was in Vista for like 5-6 years, and then we finally went to 7, and then they started getting rid of 7, so I'm like, well, I guess I gotta upgrade because that computer cannot handle Windows 10. It's got like 4 gigabytes of RAM. It was still using a 32-bit system.
Oh my god!
It was great. 32-bit operating system, so all the newer games that I was getting, I couldn't play. Like, oh.
Not even the Raspberry Pi is 32-bit. It's like you can get one for like $20. Your computer was technologically worse than a $20 computer.
At the time of like 2010, we got that computer for free, and it was like high-end gaming computer at the time.
Huh.
It just we just used it for like another 10 years, and that was the issue.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we got the MacBook that I still have, we opted to get like the super epic RAM upgrade, and it had so it had 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Oh my!
I think
On
the
a Mac?
stock was 2 gigabytes of RAM. MacBook.
Wow. Well, I see your first issue. You got a MacBook.
See, that was way back when they weren't like crap. And so like the battery was designed to be taken out, and the RAM was just like standard RAM, laptop RAM that you just like clicked into it. It was so cool. And then they're like, "Hey, what if we soldered the memory to the motherboard? It would never break or anything, right, guys?"
No, yeah,
And then it
definitely.
broke.
Definitely wouldn't break.
I could spend a long time ranting about Apple's crappy engineering.
But then we won't get a sponsor from them. Oh man,
I don't
the
want a
tragedy.
sponsor from them.
Me neither.
I wouldn't want it
I
from
want
Mac.
them to attempt to sponsor us, and then I can tell them they suck.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, we'd like to sponsor.
We'd like to sponsor
No,
your
why not?
podcast.
Because you can't engineer anything.
Oh. Well, they have a movie out about Steve Jobs. So that's more than Microsoft. Does Microsoft have a movie?
I don't know.
Was it Bill Gates that created Microsoft?
Yes, that is Bill Gates.
I guess Steve Jobs is dead now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably an autobiography.
It's been dead for a good while, actually.
Well, that's probably why the movie was made.
You don't say.
Interesting.
Oh
Any
man.
new textures?
So I guess do we have some closing remarks on our 1-year anniversary? We talked about some memories and then we talked a good while about computers. Got any cool closing stories that we want to end on? Any memorable quotes that somebody remembers?
My favorite quote from just like in general, my all-time favorite quote just is from oh god, I can't remember his name. It's just 6. I still to this day randomly will be walking around and I'll see the number 6 somewhere and I'll just be like 6 and just keep walking. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that was Micah.
Yeah,
context.
Micah.
Yeah. I think Austin was talking about some type of digit or something. He's like, it either has 4 or 5 digits, and then Micah just
we were talking about levels of dumb, and like what level of dumb people would be, and then we said like some huge thing with like lots of digits or some huge number, and then it's Micah just like wasn't paying attention. He's like, "What 6?"
So like 6.
It's
That
great.
is great. Oh my gosh. What is a great quote? From me, I think one of my favorite quotes is like when Cameron was saying, you've got a $20 Steam card and you have $10 like eShop card, you put them together, you can't. I just
put the two together.
I just completely shut down that idea.
It's like $10 from Walmart, $20 from GameStop. Put them both together, you can't.
No.
What made it so funny is how deadpan you sounded when you said it.
That was so serious. Oh my god.
And it was right after I was saying it in an overly enthusiastic way. I'm like, oh yeah, $10 from GameStop, $20 from Walmart. Put the two together, you can't.
I like stamps. Well, the stamps. I bought some stamps, and when I was buying them, it was just like stamps.
You want to know what one of my all-time favorite quotes is? Wave! that was a good one, I think.
Oh my gosh. What was the context for that one? Which game were we playing?
New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Were we? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
We've got this.
Yeah, we blew ass at the game. And you brought up like an amazing idea, a quote, amazing idea. I don't remember what the idea was, but you're like, "No, we've got this. We've got this." And then we died. I'm like, "We got this."
That is a great quote.
Yeah, that was an amazing quote.
I'll have to go find that video.
We didn't record that. That was when we were like 10 years old.
Oh my gosh, was it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think it was that long ago.
It was around that long ago.
Wow. Did we ever make that quote book?
Nope.
That's a bummer.
I think I wrote some down on a sticky note, but I forgot. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
I should start writing that. Start writing them down again. Okay. Well,
on that note,
yeah, let's figure out the.
I need to pack because.
Yeah. So what should our starting topic be for next time? and then we can wrap this up. Should I consult my list?
Yeah, consult thine list.
Okay, let's see. Is it this one? Oh yes, here we go. How about time manipulation?
Oh, sweet.
Starting off strong. Huh?
Yeah. It's going to be the 20th video. Got to have a great topic for that amazing mile marker.
The big 2-0.
Yeah.
The best milestone.
But I guess on that note, that ends our podcast for today. So thanks for listening, and we'll be back next time for some more podcastery.
Epic.
Podcastery madness.
Bye.
Oh yeah, bye. Bye.
Audio.
Bye.